Hi everyone, welcome to Two Ordinary Nerds.
Oh, shit.
I just kept recording while you were doing it. We're just Daniel's over here playing darts. You know, I rehired him, gave him back his 90% per the last episode. He said he owned 90%, so I gave him his 90% back. So now he's playing darts again.
Yeah, I can afford me Andes again.
Yep. Well, hopefully one day, you know, when we're at 35 subscribers and not 34, we get subscriptions, you know.
Uh-huh.
So, what are you drinking on today?
We are drinking in Lagunitas Dark Swan Sour Ale. Sour Ale. It's different. I like it. It's very different. I don't think I can have more than one or two.
You can have one.
But it's a different beer.
It's different. It's a like a English ale with like a sour twist to it.
I know.
It's like Newcastle with a sour twist.
I'll give it 3 beers, although I can only drink 2. But it's not bad. I mean, it's different. I mean, if you don't like sour, this is not your beer.
I'd give it a 2.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Not bad. So, what you did last night? Or last Sunday?
Well, you know, I'm sad because Fear the Walking Dead's over for a while, and, you know, Walking Dead doesn't come back for a while, but there was this other show that I think it was supposed to
So there's
watch.
nothing interesting? And the episode is over? Alright.
Except for Game of Thrones!
I was going to say, well, thank you for watching, but Game of Thrones is on?
Yeah.
So how was it?
Well, I think we're going to talk about how it was when we get into this podcast.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, okay. So should I?
Yeah.
So, please, everybody, let a Frey know to bring a jacket, because winter has come.
Alright, well, that intro to this podcast and to this season was fucking amazing. I just saw
It's too good.
I saw that. I was like, why the fuck would Walter Frey poison his own men? And then she just goes,
Oh, you didn't get it?
No, not at first.
I knew from the get-go. Not from the get-go, but when they were saying it's like, and she grabs the cup, I paused it. I don't know if it's my eyes, but I think his hands were young.
Well, no, the mannerisms that he was using that was different than what Walter Frey would actually do.
But I think it was
That was such
the
a
best,
intro.
the best intro for a first episode.
Yeah, they just fucking redid the Red Wedding, basically.
I loved it when Arya was like, "Oh yeah, the Red Wedding," and everyone was like cheering, "Yay!" And you killed a pregnant woman. And you stab out, you slice open a mom of fire, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? This is getting like dark." And then they all drop dead, but I loved it, and she takes it off, and she says, "When people ask you what happened," she's like, Tell them that the North remembers. Tell them that winter has come. And it was like, fucking mic drop. Get the fuck out. But I thought the hand was different, but you were saying like the mannerism. Just imagine how good a Walter Frey's actor, what's his name?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. The old man from Harry Potter. That he can pretend to be somebody pretending to be him.
Yeah, that's pretty good. First and foremost, I was definitely right. I called it about Jorah. As soon as I saw that preview and they show the hand sticking out in the Citadel, I was like, that's fucking Jorah. And then they showed the hand, and then Sam was talking to the person, and then all of a sudden you hear Jorah's voice. I was like, yeah, fucking do it! So happy to see that he's still alive, because he has a part. There's something...
But he's worse.
Yeah.
He looks worse. But I'm wondering, is he? I'm starting to think. I'm starting to start thinking, and then how Princess, what's her name, the girl who had the face with
Stannis'
daughter,
cremated daughter.
They found a way to stop it,
mm-hmm.
and she basically lived in Dragonstone, where there's a shit ton of Dragon Glass is there. I wonder if that could be
a cure. That's a good reason. That's good thinking. If anyone knew where the cure would be, it would be at the Citadel because they're all smart and stuff.
But let's see. I'm gonna start saying that my only criticism of this episode is it started so fucking well and then it just calmed down. That was a little bit of a bummer.
It did feel like it felt like it should have been more of like that they should have kept the first part, but everything else just felt like it would have been a middle episode, like I would have
liked if there was like a couple of soldiers in Dragonstone and they or the Dothraki or the Unsullied or somebody just being like pam pam stab, give me some action at the end. And
I just think that this season is going to be so big and brutal that I think that they just are saving it, making people think like, this is just going slower. Because,
it could be. I'm just saying what's such a great beginning. I was like, fucking yeah!
I have to admit though, when Dany when she first got on a Dragonstone and she was like holding the sand, I was like, oh, gotta hold the tears back. I was choking up a bit because I was just so fucking excited.
I wasn't that bad.
This fucking dude, I've watched this show since 2011.
For me, it wasn't that big of a deal, just because she's never been there. Well, she was born there, but she doesn't remember.
But her whole point is.
It didn't affect me so much. It affected me more when the Hound was burying the little couple. Yeah. The mom and the dad, because the dad and the daughter that he stole the gold from, and I was like, full circle, and I think the Hound is gonna be the guy with the flaming sword by the end of the show.
Oh, you think?
I think that's how he's gonna be.
You think Barrick's gonna die?
I think Barrick's gonna die, and I think the Hound versus the Mountain, the Hound is gonna be like fire, and he's like
Clegane Bowl.
I hope there's a Clegane Bowl.
Dude, fucking Clegane Bowl is what I'm super pumped for. I will have to say, I do like how Jaime, when he was talking to Cersei, how he's like, "You're kind of dumb. We're gonna fucking lose." You realize, there is no army for us. We have the Lannister army, and that is it. Everyone around us is.
And the Lannister army does not want to fight.
Oh yeah, they showed that with fucking Ed Sheeran.
Did that bother you?
It bothered a lot of fucking people.
I don't bother me.
It didn't bother me at all. I don't know why people were so butthurt about it.
He was like, it said it ruined the moment because they couldn't get out of the point that Ed Sheeran was. And then I was like, when I saw him, when he was singing, like, oh, that's Ed Sheeran.
I've seen him, I saw Kurt Sutter after he made Sons of Anarchy, he made a show called The Bastard's Executioner. And Ed Sheeran had a part in that show. And so I've seen him as an actor before. And I'm not huge into his music. I mean, I liked his song that they had in The Hobbit, but I thought it was fine. I mean, it was perfect. They fitted him perfectly. His singing made sense for that. In a sense, that medieval time period, yes, they would be hanging around a fire singing like that. And then I really enjoyed how, Arya was like, oh man, you could tell she's looking around, she's going to kill all of them. And then she realized these guys don't want to fight for the Lannisters.
I think they don't want to fight. They just don't want to fight. And I think it's not that much. She realized that not every side are villains. Not all single Lannisters are bad guy. Not all single Starks were good. Mm-hmm. Because, the Starks, Bannerman, betrayed them. Mm-hmm. But it didn't bother me. I was like, oh, it's Ed Sheeran. Oh, it's nice. And then when it started saying it, I wonder if she's going to murder all these people. But I just didn't understand the entire butthurt about it. Who cares?
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal.
When I see Ned Stark, I'm thinking, oh, it's Boromir. It's destroying my...
You ruined the whole first season of Thrones.
It's Boromir.
Fuck this piece of shit. I already know he's gonna die.
It's fucking... He was a James Bond villain.
Yeah. God damn it. You bring up Goldeneye. Fuck.
I can't just stop thinking about it.
Jesus.
But sorry, we were saying about Arya.
I was done with that. Yeah, I like how they showed the fact that I think I really like how you already see the tension between Sansa and Jon, but I also do like how
I saw online about the Tension Sansa's John. I think it will work good in this segment. That Sansa imitates people that she likes, and she was imitating Cersei's hair. And there was this point that Cersei said like, oh, she killed every single person that she was an enemy, and she's like, oh, you sounds like you're
a fan.
And she's like, I learned a lot of things about her. Was that a threat?
I don't think it was a threat
because it's like I learned a shit ton. You better be,
I think Jon has more. Jon is what he showed was a good. I think he would be a good king, but I don't think he wants to be king. It wasn't. I just don't see him wanting to be like that. He wants to be. First and foremost, he just wants to be done fighting, but he cares more about the White Walker issues. And we see in the preview that he goes off and he's going to the winter, wherever the winter's here, but going to find White Walkers to fight them.
Yeah, and previously he goes to the castle. To the castle that he's sending the wildlings. And then is that the same castle that they're going to, that the Gregor Clegane and the rest of the gang are going to. So I think that's going to be the show where they show all of them fighting in a little circle.
Oh, okay.
But for me I think Sansa's right. He should pay attention and listen to her.
I agree, but he did have a valid point that it wasn't the kid's fault that they changed. She was not saying kill them. She just was like, you're no longer the boss of this castle. These people that fought with us are the lords of the castle. I'm with Sansa. I'm teams. If I was with going to choose a team there in this episode, I'm Team Sansa completely. I think what he did was right. I think it made sense because he showed that because
he showed forgiveness.
If this was just normal times where they were like, oh, these people traded on us, yeah, fuck them. But you got a bigger picture, like fucking Mordor coming after you. You're gonna fight together, just like in Lord of the Rings, how Rohan and whatever Gondor didn't want to fight together.
This is your favorite movie?
Okay, fair enough. I just
fucking Rohan. They lit the fire, dude. They had to go. It was in the fucking contract. It was. Yeah, if he said if they put a fire and then if there's a fire, we will go and save Gondor. And that's why Merry or Pippin? Was it Merry? I think it was Merry.
It was Pippin.
Pippin run up and light the fire. So Gandalf
made him do it because of that, but you also saw Theoden didn't want to go, but when those fires were lit, he had passion. Hey, okay, we are trying to band together, and I think this.
But let's go back to.
No, but that's what I was saying is I was using that as a reference because I think it's that same scenario. Not everyone in this fucking story isn't looking at the big picture except for Jon and Sam. Jon and Sam have seen some shit. They went to White Walker Nom.
But it makes no sense. Because if they're the only ones, you cannot fight the White Walkers and try to convince Cersei that the White Walkers are coming. She doesn't care.
Oh no, Jon isn't worried about Cersei, I don't think.
She's not, but Cersei's coming. And that's what Sansa's saying. It's like, you may think you're only focusing on one enemy.
But winter is here now. It's not like they can just move.
But it's the same reason. You cannot focus. It's like in World War II. You cannot just focus on one enemy. There's more than one. There's both sides of the war. He is making the mistake of being. Our own concern is up front. It's like, no, we should also be concerned over there. And there's a big ass wall right here, right now. There's no big ass wall. Yes, there's winter, and there's both limitations. But both of them are right. Sansa's saying, don't forget to look back.
Well, I think that's where Dany's going to come into play, is I think she's going to help out. But my also worry with Dany is she's in the same predicament as Jon, is because she's focused on going to King's Landing, but now she's also going to have to deal with Theon's uncle, because he's coming in with all those ships also.
What do you think is going to be the present of Theon's uncle?
First and foremost, when he landed on the island, or landed on King's Landing, I was just like, I looked around, I was like, How the fuck does this dude get all this wood? They don't have any fucking wood on that island.
That ship with the Kraken was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. I like how they had the masts where, like, it just, it was sick. But, I don't know I don't know what to think about him. I think he's definitely going to be a hurdle. I think he's going to maybe be I think he's finally going to be, he would probably be the one in Theon. I really hope that doesn't happen because I really want Jon to see Theon first. I guess that would be awesome. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's not gonna go with the obvious, and I think they're gonna bring back somebody's bastard son. I think.
Gendry.
Mm-hmm.
You think he's gonna come back?
I think that's gonna be the present.
Because he did say a present.
He's gonna say, "I won't come back without a present," and I don't think it's gonna be Dany's head.
It's either gonna be that, or he's gonna come and kidnap. He's gonna kidnap Tyrion. And Tyrion, when he's kidnapped, that's when Tyrion's gonna kill Cersei. Because it's either Cersei's gonna kill Cersei or Jaime's gonna kill Cersei.
I think Jaime's gonna kill Cersei for sure.
But it might be to save Tyrion.
No, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be so cliche as kidnapping again Tyrion.
I just don't. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be something. It's not gonna be Dany. It's not gonna be a dragon. I think it's gonna be something unexpected. And technically, if they bring Gendry back, he is the
rightful heir because he is.
And then people are not gonna side with
Jon.
With
Dany.
With Dany because dragons are scary, and this guy's gonna be. He's the legitimate thing. Blah 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 blah. I just
can't believe that. Like, instead of us having 9 episodes left, we have 6.
Month and a half.
So I'm like, fuck, how are they gonna fucking do this? Because it's like, it was funny. I was watching the first season with my sister before the new season came on, and we were watching because she hadn't seen the show, so I started to show her.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, it was interesting to see everyone so small, and I'm like, yeah, the season's really good, but I really wish I could be watching Hardhome or watching Battle of Bastards or there's so many good episodes. Battle of Blackwater.
For me, it's not so, the Red Wedding was amazing. I wish I did not know what's going to happen for that.
I have actually next Wednesday. I'm going over to people who used to own my house.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to name drop people, but I'm going over to their house because they have my seasons. And so they've been watching it, and next week I'm going to go over there on Wednesday because I told them, like, yeah, just let me know when you're on season 3, episode 9. I'm going to be coming over that day. And they're like, okay. So she told me the other day that she was on season 3, episode 5. I'm like, okay, well, I can't come over this week because I work later. So next week I'll come over and watch that. She's like, oh, you're killing me, but whatever, that's cool. So I'm going to go watch it with them. And I cannot wait to see their reaction because it's such a good episode. Because the beginning of it, it's like when he can't even fucking shoot the funeral pyre or fire or whatever. It's funny. It's a good fucking episode. And then it's just like fucking Coldplay starts playing the Ryans of Casmere. Fucking you know that, right? Like half the people up there with Coldplay. Yeah.
It bothered me. I couldn't get over it.
Yeah, I couldn't get over it either. I'm like, man, fuck this. I feel like I'm in a. Just really, this doesn't feel like a paradise. But yeah, as soon as I started playing that, well, they showed.
Did you know?
I didn't know because I quit reading. I got halfway through book 2 and then I quit reading just because I didn't want to spoil it. I'm glad I didn't. I did that because Ramsay's dad lifts up his shirt and has a chainmail, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, so are they gonna fucking go against? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden that shit happens. I was just like, and like the fact they ended with just cutting Catelyn's throat, I was like, what the fuck did I just fucking watch?
Nobody's safe.
Well, that one killed like a quarter of the cast off, and then you have the season finale of last year. It's just like they have these spurts where they're like, okay, we'll kill some here, kill some there. But, like, they killed the Red Wedding, and then they had the Cersei fucking death drop.
But they haven't killed anybody major in a long time, I feel. Like, big.
Last season they killed.
Who? Major. Not like side major. They haven't killed single Stark since. Lannisters are still alive. You know, the two major families are still...
I guess I should say they killed major storylines because, I mean, they did... I mean, Marjorie, that whole storyline was done. She fucking died. The Sparrow. The Sparrows died.
But, I mean, the Danny troops are still alive.
And Sully.
You know, the
Second Sons are still alive.
You know, they're all alive.
Well, the Second Sons are wrapped.
But I'm saying Danny, Tyrion, Jaime, Cersei, the Starks, the main, or we haven't had a main death in a long time. And I think this season, those mains are in danger. Cersei for sure.
Cersei, I think, is the one that's gonna die.
I think Cersei's for sure.
Jaime, maybe.
I don't think Jaime.
I
think Jaime's not gonna die.
Nothing would make me happier than to see him join with everyone else fighting the White Walkers. Like, I would like to see him actually be able to fight, not just... Because I really have grown into liking his character a lot.
Well, he grows a lot.
He's not the same dude. Like, watching the first season, just like, God, this guy's a fucking asshole. I remember hating you so much. And then after he saves Brienne of Tard, you know,
I think it was kind of curious, now you're talking about Jaime, how the reason he killed the Mad King is the same thing that Cersei did.
Well, yeah, and I was telling my sister that when we were watching, I was like, you realize in this whole first season and the second season, throughout, they always talk about, oh, Jaime killed the Mad King, he's a backstabber, he's a piece of shit. But then until you get to that point where he's in that bath and he's talking to Brienne about why he did it, and you realize he saved thousands of lives, kids, women, he
architecture.
He saved King's Landing. You can still go to King's Landing today, people.
Yeah, just book your flight.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely, that was, I don't know, this episode was good.
It was a great episode.
The ending was fucking awesome. Like, just seeing the White Walker, just getting to see the Night's King walk through was just...
Walk through?
Not walk through, but just them coming at us.
Oh, that's the beginning with the giant zombies?
Yeah, that's the end of the...
No, it was the beginning.
No, that was the end.
No, that was the beginning.
No, the beginning was Arya Speedwagon.
No, it was Arya Speedwagon, and then they showed that, and then...
Oh, was that at the beginning?
The episode of the
I was a little drunk when I watched it.
The end of the episode was
it was
Danny saying, "Let's begin," or "Can we start?"
Right.
or whatever.
Nope, you're right.
Of course, I'm right.
Yeah, it was cool seeing the fact that because I was like,
they got 3 giants.
Oh shit, they have giants, and we don't have one anymore.
You know what I want to see? The giant spiders. They came in the night, riding their giant spiders. In season 1, when the old lady started to scare off.
Oh yeah.
They have to show it. Like, at least one motherfucker with a giant spider.
I think one of the other monumental parts of the show was when Bran and what's-her-face show back up to the wall. And they're they're like, are you wildling? She's like, no, this is Brennan Stark and I'm Helen Reed's daughter. I mean...
Prove it.
2 hugest names in the fucking North. And like, and then he's just like, of course he's one of John's closest friends, so he's like, all right. So they come in, I can't wait to see, because I think he's going. I mean, that's where I think Bran is going back. They haven't mentioned it, but I think obviously all of them are going to go together. I think they're going to come back together for like an episode where Arya and Bran come in, and they're all together for an episode. But Arya's taking the fuck off. She's not having any of this war shit. She's like, I do my own Assassin's Creed thing.
You think so? I think she's going to turn around.
Turn around?
I think she's going to try to go to that, and then she's going to turn around and go to the north. I always wondered, would it be interesting if Arya kills or Tyrion or Jaime,
and then I just was about to say, because like, what happens if she has Jaime's face? It wouldn't be Tyrion, because Tyrion is very good at it. He's just with it would. I mean, obviously, after what we saw, what Arya can do, I mean, anything's possible. But I feel that Tyrion is probably safe because I'm fairly certain he's a Targaryen. I'm pretty sure the reason why his dad hated him so much is not because he's an imp, but because his mom gave birth to a Targaryen baby.
But he has blonde hair.
So do Targaryens.
No, Targaryens are platinum.
Whatever.
They're different. It's white.
Jon is a Targaryen and he has black hair.
Yeah, but black and platinum. Black because he is...
Anything is just possible.
I don't think so.
What are we going to bet on this? Who do you think's the third head?
I don't know. I don't know. Not here. I don't know.
I think it's Tyrion. Because he was able to communicate, not really communicate, but like...
I think one of the dragons is going to die.
I think by the end of the episode, some of them or not the end of the show, some of them are going to die. Okay. They showed already when we saw that at the end of season 4 when Drogon came in and saved Khaleesi. He's not invincible. I mean, he got really fucked up from when he flew into the arena and saw it, or the...
yeah, but now he's getting big. He's getting big.
Yeah. My sister, man, she's so...
They're not itty bitty anymore. They're big motherfuckers.
Yeah. Like, she was watching it, like, today, it was, like, at noon, she saw the part where the demon came out of Red Lady's vagina. And then she's like, what the fuck did I just watch? I'm like,
The magic of birth.
Yeah, the magic of birth.
The miracle of birth.
It's
the hardest thing in the world is to be a mother.
Yeah. Just ask the Red Lady.
Yeah.
She's there in Dragonstone.
You think so?
Yeah. Pretty sure if she's not there, then she's going to go there because that's Stannis' keep.
So.
She's there.
I think she's gonna go with the fat kid who bakes. And he's just gonna barbecue.
Oh boy!
She's gonna barbecue.
Really? Yeah, man.
Because she burns.
This season's gonna be good. I felt like that last year though, like when they had.
Last year was a good season.
Last year was a great season, but the first episode was.
It
was good.
It didn't start like this. It didn't start with Arya.
It didn't start when it ended stronger because the end of the episode was when his Night's Watch friends went and got the wildlings. Or no, it was the Onion Knight who told them to go get the wildlings, and they came in and one whooped fucking ass on them.
The guy who speared him with a.
So if you combine that ending with this first episode, man, that would have been. Still, like, fuck, like, she killed every fucking...
Not every fucking... Every afraid that was important is dead.
That's just nuts. You have any news?
No, but before we go, I have a question for you. Do you think that the world, like Westeros, is a flat or is a globe?
I would assume it would be a globe.
I think it's a flat. I think George R. Martin made it flat. It's gonna make it flat or pretend it's flat, just to go with the idea of misconception that back in the day, you know how they used to think the world was flat. And he's like, "Fuck it, let's make it flat."
That's interesting.
Just for shit's
sake. I think that's where Arya's gonna go eventually. She's just gonna be like at the end of the show, just be like, "Peace," and I'm just gonna go out and see what else is out there.
My theory with Arya is that Sansa's gonna betray. Sansa's gonna betray Jon, and right before she betrays him, she's gonna see Arya or Bran change around and backstab Littlefinger, and that's gonna be Littlefinger's miss.
I don't know though because
I think that's gonna be Littlefinger's that. Or my second theory is Arya's gonna have the mask on, and she's gonna go and pretend like to the Starks and see Bran, and Bran's gonna look at her and say this Arya. And Arya's gonna be like, how the fuck do you know I am?
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
I'm the three-eyed raven.
Yeah, I mean, he is. I told Heather, I'm like, you don't realize it, but like, you watch that season, the first season, you see him seeing the three-eyed raven, and like, I watched that again, and I'm like, dude, he was fucking following Bran the whole time, or was that Bran following himself? And then like, they showed like, like go back talking about Brandon the Builder, and I'm like, dude, Brandon is Brandon the fucking Builder. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
I think that theory is fucking real because after him going into the White Walker,
so why would he go? Why would he go back in the past and build the tower?
He built the wall to save everyone. Because
There's a theory that says that the Night King is Bran.
I've heard that theory too,
but
I don't.
All right, but any news?
No, news that I had was.
There is.
Stay tuned for this
season episode 2. I think is gonna show Arya seeing her wolf.
Oh, that is right because I saw that they were playing.
I think is that news. I think it's news.
Yeah, that's news. Because I was sitting there. I'm sorry, I was drinking some that night, so I forgot about that. But they showed a wolf, and I was like, "Fuck, it's fucking Nymeria!" And then my sister was like, "Why is that a big deal?" I'm like, "Dude, literally, the episode we just watched in season 1." You don't see that wolf until we still haven't seen her yet.
Yeah. I think that's it. And I think that's going to be the thing that makes her go back. That's my theory, but oh well. Follow us and Two Ordinaries on Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, YouTube, and anywhere you find your podcasts.
Or you find your moms everywhere.
So iTunes and Google Play.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.